Today on the grid, it is Blind Photo Critique Day. Viewers from around the world have submitted images in hopes that they'll get a good critique, but more likely, their hopes and dreams will be crushed. They'll be in tears and probably on the floor in the fetal position. But we'll get through it together as we hold hands and look to the photography gods to get us through all this. But look, we have a very special guest today, right? Wildlife legend, wildlife superstar Richard Bernabe is here. So we asked people to just submit landscape and wildlife photos. So we're going to be looking at those. Guess who else is here? That's right, the K-Man, the Kuna Man, the can of ham, the real rocket man, Kuna Man is here. And we got a bunch of giveaways. We've got some food news. We got all kinds of crazy stuff. And you know what? It all starts in just 12.4 seconds. Let's go! The Grid is brought to you by Platypod, the tripod alternative that is changing the world. Everybody has a Platypod. You should too. Go to platypod.com. Hey-o!
Here we are.
Hey everybody, welcome to another live episode of The Grid. It must be East Coasty time.
This is better than a dead episode.
It's much better. It's much better. It's 7:05 on the East Coast, and we have with us a living legend of. Don't laugh. No, listen.
Man.
Can I tell you something?
Wait a minute. Before we get started.
What?
Exposure settings, guys. Go between Richard's shot and the wide shot.
Yeah. Like look at how bright it is.
Come
See?
on.
Look, that looks good.
Come on, we're talking about photo critiques.
And then we're overexposed by like a stop and a half.
Or at least a stop over.
Anyway, a couple of important things. Number one, we have a studio audience. They are right over here, and listen to them cheer.
There it is.
Wow. Right on cue. No, good job, everybody. Except for you, Kathy. Anyway, Dobson's here, which is always a treat. But let me tell you, so why Richard is here today. Well, he's our guest, of course, on the Grid, but he was here yesterday recording a class. Now, the class was Richard's, and I was there kind of as a moderator or somebody asking questions. I'm not a wildlife photographer, as you know. Have I ever shared my wildlife photos?
The one or two, yeah.
I think I took both of them when Richard was there. I was with Richard when I took them, all right? So yeah. I'm not a wildlife photographer, but so when Richard and I were in Antarctica and we were speakers at this workshop down there, he gave a presentation on wildlife photography, and the whole room, there's like, I don't know, 100 photographers, we're all like this. I mean, his wildlife photography is just...
You mean you were asleep?
No, we were like, let's sell our gear and jump overboard. I mean, his stuff was phenomenal. So I went to him afterwards and said, you know what it is? I don't know what makes a good wildlife photo. Like if you give me a camera and I go out,
it's a big thing, and that's what we talk about a lot.
I'm just hoping to get lucky.
Yeah,
that's my only hope.
But you gotta know what makes a great wildlife photo, or any type of genre that is.
And I realized after seeing Richard's presentation, this is the guy to do it. So I asked him well over a year ago, can you please come and do a class on what makes a good wildlife photo? We did it yesterday, right, on the set over around the way. And let me tell you what, I've never been more excited about wildlife photography in my entire life. Like, you know what it is? Here's why this class is people are gonna love it. Because when that class was over, I actually had a game plan. Like I actually kind of knew, I need to do this. Oh, that's what I'm looking for. Oh, I mean, there was so much I didn't know about wildlife photography. I was blown away. You asked the best
questions.
That's because I didn't know anything.
Yeah, that's the best kind.
It is.
Yeah.
I knew I'd be perfect for it because I didn't know. And I would ask him, and I would say, okay, nerdy stuff. I would ask him some equipment stuff, but it really wasn't so much about equipment. We talked a little bit about it. He answered, of course, all the questions. But I tell you what, just seeing the images come up, every image he comes up, I'm like, I mean, he is that superstar.
And that's what it is. You just know that genre so well.
He knows it so well.
And you're great at it.
Well, thank you so much.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was a blast to do too.
And by the way, people will spend, and I'm not exaggerating, people will spend $30,000 a piece to spend a week with him shooting wildlife. And so, this is one of my favorites of his. And we talked about this.
We did.
In the class at length.
We did.
He went over high key and low key and all these things. But gosh, there's just so many things. I remember that image coming up in Antarctica.
That wasn't part of it, but
No, this one
Yeah.
isn't in the class. But anyway, we'll go to his site in a
But
minute.
yeah, you can
We'll-
go over to his
we'll go-
Instagram's right there.
Yeah.
Yes.
But anyway, long story short, that's why he was here. Guys, when this class comes out, and I don't know when it's going to come out, it could be anytime in the next 30 days. I think it's
I
one of the
imagine
best
a few
classes
weeks.
we've done
Few
in
weeks.
years. It's so impactful. If you're a wildlife photographer, we'll talk about it here on the grid. Of course, we'll have a trailer and all that for you because we come out with the class every week. But anyway, it was a great learning experience.
it was a lot of fun too.
We'd be on breaks and I'd go, oh my God, I'm learning so much, because we take a break between each lesson. We break these into lessons and I'd go, oh my gosh. I had the most fun learning day that I've had in I don't know how long. It was great. Anyway, so thank you for being here today. We've
you for
asked you
inviting me.
guys to send in images. We're going to look at them in just a minute. I have some food news, and Richard is part of this, as is Dobson. So we live very near Safety Harbor, Florida. I used to live in Safety Harbor, Florida, but Safety Harbor, Florida is 10 minutes from us, maybe. 10 minutes?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
10.
All right.
Ish.
And there's a deli there called Pickles Plus, and it has been there forever because my wife used to live. My wife and I lived on the street that it's on, and so and it was before we were married. So we've been going there for 38 years. It still looks exactly as it did 38 years ago. But they created a sandwich that is so unbelievable, and I've turned everybody onto it. I said, Richard, you got to come and try this sandwich.
I did.
It's called a Wisconsin Reuben. Now, you're thinking, well, I can't go there and get that. Other places can make this. It's very easy. It's a Reuben, just a regular Reuben like you get anywhere. They have a good Reuben, but don't get me wrong. Here's what makes it a Wisconsin Reuben. They take a hot dog. Is it 2 hot dogs, do you think?
It's a big hot dog. It's a big hot dog.
Yeah, it's like a foot-long
Yeah,
hot
and
dog. They
it.
cut it in half, and then they splay it open in half. So they cut a foot long in half, and then they cut that open. So it's an open-faced hot dog now. And then they put melted cheddar cheese on top of that. So it may be not a healthy sandwich because it's a Reuben with the
definitely not
sauerkraut
a
and the
healthy
Thousand
sandwich at
Island
all.
dressing and all that.
Yeah.
Then the splayed hot dog, then the cheddar, then the bread. Life-changing experience. First, let's go to Dobson. Dobson, what do you think of the Wisconsin Reuben? What did he say?
I think he said he aged well with
He
it.
aged well with it. His hair went immediately gray. Richard, how'd you like it?
Well, I will say this: it's better than it sounds. It's better than it
Better than it
sounds.
sounds.
I think it sounds really good. So,
Okay.
all right, but you could have another place make a Wisconsin Reuben, but they don't have like the rights, or it's not like that. It's copyrighted. But you could say, I want a Reuben. Take a hot dog, splay it open, and put some cheddar cheese sauce on top. Oh, I don't know. It's
you
not
go.
cheddar cheese sauce. I just melted
Did
cheddar
it
cheese.
have pastrami on it as well as the hot dog? I can't remember.
Yes. Oh yeah.
But so it had that too. Okay.
Oh, it's a full Reuben, and then this goes on top. I got to
Yeah.
tell you this too. Ready?
Right, the grid photo episode or
It's an
food
off
episode.
Here's the thing: it used to be a special, and now it's an off-menu item. You have to ask for it, but they'll make it. So if you come to our offices, that's where you should have lunch. Hold on. This is where you should have lunch. It's 10 minutes from here. Get the Wisconsin Reuben. Seriously, it'll take 2 years off your life. It's amazing. All right, back to our story. So there's that. Hey, I had a spot open for my workshop.
Yeah.
It's sold out, so that spot is filled.
That ship has sailed.
That ship has sailed, and in a few weeks, I'll be in Belgium with a great group of folks, taking all kinds of crazy pictures. And we're based in Bruges, but we'll also be going to Ghent, and we'll be going to Brussels as well, and maybe even someplace else. Anyway, that's really exciting, and so that's coming up. Another big thing is we have the Photoshop World Conference coming up. It's the biggest event that we do here at Kelby One all year long. And even though it is an online event, we do it like we did before COVID, when we did the in-person events. So we have the keynotes and the late night stuff and all kinds of fun, and we have a very, very special presentation. So every year we choose an instructor to do an evening presentation. And it's not a teaching thing really, it is an inspiration and biographical kind of thing. And we've had the biggest superstars in our industry, like people like Joe McNally, right? And Moose Peterson. that do that whole night, and everybody goes, and it's just wonderful. And I'm excited to let you know that Richard is going to be our guy doing the
There you
thing
go.
this year.
It's a wrap.
Right? So an evening with Richard. So and so he'll be the only thing on it that night. So I'll be watching Big Bang Theory, but it's okay. Some people will want to go. I'm kidding. Anyway, it's going to be wonderful. We're very honored to have Richard. All right. Anyway, go to photoshopworld.com to sign up and try to save money, because that's what it's all about. And look at this instructor staff. It's crazy. And Rick Salmon.
And Rick Salmon. Living legend, also a legend. And there you go. Look at all these people. Man, we got an
You need to
instructor
update
staff.
my picture, by the way.
Yeah, look at you. You look so rugged.
Yeah, that's like 12, 13 years old, too.
Really?
Yeah. we
You
need to
still look
update
the
it.
same.
We have to update that picture.
You look the same. You know what? All you have to do is go to ChatGPT and just say, update my picture. It'll take care of it for you. All right.
We got prizes.
We
got tons of prizes.
All right. Hey, by the way,
Right.
look at Sam's comment.
Yep.
And Sam's a good photographer. I know Sam. Sam says Richard Bernabe does some amazing work. What a great guest.
Thank you, Sam.
Right there.
Yeah,
Come
right
on.
there.
All right.
We're giving away
Prizes?
some prizes.
Yep.
Well, first we're going to be loosey-goosey, because we're giving away a gooseneck. So Platypod gooseneck's coming at you.
It's Lucy.
It's Lucy, it's Goosey. And then the iPhone photography book, we're giving away a copy of that. It's actually in stock at Amazon now, so you can go buy that.
Finally.
You can see it's not discounted, so somebody's going to get the full
get
price edition. And then the night photography book, if you want to learn all about night photography.
Who wrote that book?
Oh, I wrote that book.
Oh, there we
Yes.
go.
And then another one Scott wrote, the
What?
landscape photography book. We're
What?
gonna give that away on the show today.
All right. And by the way, that book right now is like my hottest selling book.
There you go.
Thanks to China. It is selling in China like crazy because somebody did an in-depth review about this book in China.
Wow.
And as nobody I know, they didn't ask me or anything, they just did like a 30-minute review of it, and I'm very happy. I'd like the Chinese to buy all my books.
And our next prize, this one's the cat's out of the bag here.
Oh, yeah.
So our next prize is
big.
all about noise and noise reduction. And it's the new No Noise AI 2027. So somebody's going to win that. Now, this is on pre-order. It is not released yet, but whoever
Right,
wins
September.
will get
Few
a
weeks away.
copy of On One No Noise 2027 when it's released.
And we've been using what, the 2024 version?
Yes.
And the 2024 version is great.
2024.5. It's
Right.
it's
It's
like,
24
but still,
and a half.
this new version is way better. So, well, it's already was amazing, and then that's where noise is like not even a factor.
Yeah, noise
like
is-
it's just not a factor anymore, right? It's just whatever. So
All right, where do they go to enter these contests?
all
for
you got
these
to do
wonderful
is
gifts?
go to. We got a graphic. We're going to pull it up right now. kel.by/grid prize.
That's where you
Fill
go.
out your information. We're going to pick you or the winners at the end of the show, and we'll announce them.
Yeah, and when you go there, it's going to ask you what prize you want to win, so we don't send you the night photography book when what you really wanted was the iPhone book, or vice versa. You don't want to get a gift that you don't do. That's a genre you don't shoot or something like that.
Yeah.
So, or you say you sent me a gooseneck, I don't have a platypod.
Well,
That
then
kind
you
of
should
thing.
buy a platypod. They're pretty awesome.
Or just buy a platypod and make your gooseneck
Yeah.
work. All right. Let me think if there's anything else. I think that's all the important stuff. All right.
Yep.
So let me explain to you, for those of you who are watching for the first time, so what we did, we asked people to submit 3 of their best images. Best images.
Best.
So send us
Best.
3 of your very,
Yes.
very best. But we don't ask for your name, or we don't know what your name. I don't know what your name is. I just get these things that say grid 1, 2, 3. So none of us know what your name is.
Yeah, we actually have it strip off all that stuff.
Right,
so
and we don't
can't see
say
it.
your name. So we don't say
Unless
your name.
they put a watermark on your
Yeah,
photo.
if you put a watermark, then
Yeah, we
whatever.
can't
But
do anything.
we don't say who you are, so we can give an honest critique. And the reason is this: it's hard to get an honest critique. Your family's not going to tell you. Your family thinks your photos are great, right? They're like, "Hey, your stuff is awesome." So it's very hard. But we try to give. But we try to not. We don't want to just say, "Hey, your photos are bad." We want to go, here's how to fix them, here's how to make better photos. We try to help you and everybody else watching. So it's not just for the person who's being critiqued, it's for everybody watching. However, occasionally we come across a photo that is so bad.
A series of photos. The series
yeah,
of 3
someone
photos.
sent in 3 photos and you realize this isn't really a photographer. This is really just someone who owns a camera. And you look at their photos and they're like, all I could tell you is this next thing. So we keep this button on the desk. It's right here. And we all have to agree to hit the button. And what it is you flip the top like this, and then we all agree, like we are Richard, Erik, what do you think?
Yeah.
If that happens and someone's images are bad enough, here's what happens. Watch. We're hoping that does not happen today. It's happened twice in the past, but I've seen some of the images
we strive
today.
for it not to happen.
I'm not sure it's going to happen. I'm just going to
In case
close
of
the lid.
emergency, break glass.
Yeah.
Yes.
But we'll keep it over by Richard.
Yes.
I'll be the safekeeper of the
You
button.
be the safekeeper of the button. All right. Let's get started. We'll dig into
Jump
a few
in.
here. Let's jump in and
Let's
see what we got.
have.
Now, these are all, of course, I said in big letters, all caps, landscape or wildlife. And people send in rock band photos, portraits, travel photos. I saw blue angels. All right. Let's look at the first three. We'll look through all three and then we kind of go back and.
Okay.
Holy glow.
Wow.
There's some good stuff here.
Yeah, there is
Yeah.
some good stuff here. You want me to start?
Yes, please.
So I'll begin with, I like the layering, I like the light, particularly the foreground where the grasses are getting that backlighting and how it contrasts well with the dark shadows. I like just the right amount of sky, there's got some great clouds. I'm just going on this monitor here, I'm gonna look at this too. I would prefer maybe that right side, the left side that's got all black, maybe open that up a bit so it's not just dominating the tones. And then that sun star's a little bit much. If you move probably a little bit to your left, and you would have included a little bit less sun, so it's not just overpowering and dominating the scene. But overall, it's a really good image.
Yeah, it's not bad, right?
Yeah, I like that one.
Okay.
The same cannot be said for this one.
Well, I see what they're doing. I see what they're trying to do. They're trying to use the shoreline as a leading line to kind of pull your eye into the scene and out into the horizon and the mountains. I think there's just a lot of open space to the bottom right, that open water. That's it's not really contributing much to the scene, but I think you have the right amount of sky. It's a beautiful scene, at least the upper half or third. But the bottom part, there's a lot of just unusable space there. It's really adding.
And
What
then
if-
holy glow. There is so much glow on the edge of your
heck, hold on.
horizons. You got to tone down that glow.
What if, don't hit learn more. All right, what if they
And if you
cropped
did-
it as
cropped
like
it-
a pano? Oh, come
Exactly.
on.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
I
could
hate
help.
all this stuff. There was an update and now it wants to just.
Yeah, because there's so much in that foreground that just you don't need to see.
If you cropped it, yeah, just like that.
Yeah.
And even a little bit from the top too. Just a little bit from the top as well.
Yeah.
Like-
Yeah, that's better.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of glows, guys. Look
Lot
at
of
the
glow.
white glows. There's the hard edge white glow on the mountains on the right. Then there's a
It's a
big
masking
white
issue.
glow.
It's
Yeah,
a
there's
masking issue.
Yeah,
yeah,
there's
you
some.
can tell.
There's some stuff that's
Don't-
not
don't,
going your way
you
there.
have to look at that stuff.
Yeah. All right, and then here's the third image.
Well, this is actually pretty awesome. And this is one of the things we talked about yesterday, actually, is when you have multiple animals in the frame, is that you focus on the closest one, and that's what they've done. The one in the middle looks like, to me, it's in sharp focus.
Yep.
Yeah,
and you
that's
got the
great.
others two kind of complementing it, and even if they're out of focus a little, it's not that big a deal. But then you just add the atmospherics of the snow and the gesture of the wings. There's some
Now,
drama going on.
These are sandhill cranes? No? No?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
So-
definitely my favorite.
Yeah, my hands down.
Hands down.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I would watch the bird on the right cutting its tail off there at the very end. But other than that, that's a minor nit. But overall, this is a pretty awesome image.
all right. We're off to a pretty good start.
Yeah.
Hey, we're going to take a very short break. When we come back, we're going to look at just lots more images. And
there's the studio
it's the
audience.
studio. Oh, look, they're getting airtime. They're getting airtime. We'll be right back.
Yeah, they're very excited.
Hi, I'm Richard Bernabe, and welcome to the Great Smoky Mountains National Park. I'm excited to show you some of my favorite places, including Cades Cove, Klingman's Dome, the Foothills Parkway, sunrises, sunsets, rivers, waterfalls, all my favorite places, how I shoot them, and some of my favorite techniques. So come join me on my latest Kelby 1 class.
I just wrapped teaching a brand new course, and if you use On1 Photo Raw, or if you're thinking of using On1 Photo Raw, that's what I do in this class. I'm showing you my exact workflow. I'm going to take you from the very beginning. I'm going to show you, this is what I do first, this is what I do next. I'm going to uncover parts of these programs that you probably don't know. I've got TaxSharp AI in there. I've got Resize AI. I've got On1 effects on there. What you're really learning is how I've incorporated this into my workflow, which is really based on Lightroom and Photoshop for the first part of it, but then I come over to On1 to do the things that either Lightroom and Photoshop can't do, or it's just so much easier. And there's an awful lot to this class. If you are thinking of using these, or if you're using On1's Photo Raw now, come catch my brand new class. I promise you, you'll learn a ton, and it's exclusively at Kelby 1.
Hey everybody, I just finished up filming a class on something that's very important that we all overlook, and that is camera maintenance. From cleaning our sensor, all the way to cleaning our lenses, to just maintaining our gear. We're gonna go step by step, and once you follow the steps and the process, you can make sure that everything is clean, polished, and ready to go for when you get out on a shoot. We'll go over all the tools you'll need, from blowers to lens pens to sensor swabs to cleaning cloths. We'll even talk about those break points where we've gone through all the maintenance of it, but we just can't get it clean, and it might be time to send it off to the professional. So come check out my latest class on kelby1.com on cleaning your camera.
Thank you for that spontaneous, totally unplanned reception there. Thank you.
Yes.
All right. Well, welcome back, everybody. We got some shout outs.
Yeah, we got a audience joining us all over the world here. We got Alec joining us from Scotland.
Hold on. We got to stop here for Alec.
Yes.
You know, Alec, he watches this show a lot.
Yeah.
So, Alec, thank you. We noticed that you're in here quite a lot because we see the weather from Aberdeen, Scotland.
You got a Kuna, Idaho. Did you see that?
Yes,
there is a Kuna. Anyway,
Idaho.
thank you for watching, Alec.
Yes.
All right.
And that's Jeff joining us from Kuna, Idaho. Anders saying hi from Sweden. Leslie saying hi from Connecticut.
Anders is another one.
Yeah. And then Leon saying hi from Maryland. Pernell saying hi from Denmark. Everett saying hi from Georgia. Dave saying hi from Ohio. Laurent saying hi from muggy Cave Creek, Arizona. I got a feeling it's not as muggy as Tampa, Florida.
Let me tell you, it's nasty here right now.
Larry saying hi from Key West. Craig saying hi from a steamy New York City. Again, probably a little steamier here, but I get it. Paul Kober saying hi from Holland. And that's Holland, Michigan, not Holland, the country. And then Jack saying hi from Ireland. Rita saying hi from Belgium. Lupus saying hi from Canada. So we got people international, domestic, everywhere, and then even a studio audience here.
All right. Hey, Bill Mitchell says, nice to see you, Richard. I really enjoyed his podcast, Beyond the Lens. It is a wonderful podcast.
Me too.
It's my go-to on my morning commute.
Hey, Bill, thanks.
That's cool, right?
Appreciate that.
All right, ready to look at some more images?
Yes.
Let's go. Take a look.
All
Now that
right.
is a American bald eagle.
That's a bald eagle. Yeah. That's a bad day for a fish. Bad day to be a fish.
That's a FedEx delivery.
So which one we can talk about? This.
Oh, we'll
all
look
three of
through
them?
it all three, and then we'll start
Okay.
here.
All right. So, what I like about this is that you've got great behavior. You've got the fish in its mouth right at that moment of where he's pulling it out of the water. You see the water droplets coming off. And then if you look at his posture of this bird, and it looks like some kind of heron, maybe. I'm not quite sure what species this is. But he's
Hey, if
looking.
you're not sure of his species, just ask
Bald
me.
eagle. Did you say bald eagle if you're not sure?
Yeah.
But he's positioned about a third from the left side, but you see where he's looking back into the frame. So the energy of the image is moving you back into the image. So all the framing, the negative space, everything looks great. The only thing is that I'd like to see some light on that eye. And we talked about this yesterday,
Yeah.
if you remember, where the eye is really important whenever you're doing wildlife photography. And it's maybe even just brightening it up a little bit with a little bit of brush in Lightroom
On this side of the face.
on the shaded side.
Yeah,
That's the only one we see.
Right.
Yeah, bad day to be a fish. This, again, great behavioral type image. I'm at and everything looks sharp. Everything looks super sharp. The cutting the wings off, this is one of those instances where on the left side, the wing looks okay because it looks like it was intentional. The one on the right is where you have these converging lines coming to the tip where you want that resolved. So I would consider either showing the rest of that wing or cropping it in more so it looks more intentional. So it doesn't leave that tension, leaves you hanging.
There.
Yeah, so that would be less
Yeah, I see what you're
anxiety.
saying, yeah.
You know, when I see pictures like this, I always think of the poor fish. I always think that fish is like, oh no, oh
imagine what
this
they're
is
thinking.
bad, because the fish doesn't really understand I'm flying.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like,
can't
why am
breathe
I
right
up here? This is
now.
not
I mean,
good.
come on.
Oh, I feel bad. I always feel bad. Okay, all right, and here's the third one.
And yeah, this is fantastic as far as the wings down. You can really see the patterns on the wings. It looks tack sharp. The eye is in focus and is bright. The only thing that I would consider changing is that little bit of white in the bottom right corner.
Down here?
It draws my eye down to that corner, which is a bit of a distraction. Other than that, it looks amazing.
All right, pretty good
Yeah.
though.
Yeah.
Pretty good all the way
I like
around.
that.
All right,
I like that last one.
all right. Uh-oh.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
Let's look at all three. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Oh, no.
Oh.
Oh.
All right, look.
I'm going to hide this button.
Yeah, I was going to say,
No,
move that away.
no,
It's too tempting.
Nope.
It's too tempting.
All right, so, I mean, we all love sunrise and sunsets. I can't tell which one this is, but either way, it's a favorite photo subject, right? But in this case, it's a beautiful sunset, but you've got a lot of empty space with not a lot going on. So I would start with the foreground, just a little bit too much empty beach there, and they have way too much sky than necessary. So all you're left with is really the sun, and
And it's crooked.
We've seen that before.
I don't really know what to say other than that. You need more visual elements in here, and you've got a lot of just empty space that's not really lending itself to
Yeah.
this photo.
Wildlife.
This is wildlife. Okay, so I'm going to leave the processing part out of it. I'll let you guys talk about the processing. I'll just talk about the composition. And obviously what the subject here, or what you're trying to show us is this cat that's peeking through that little crotch in the tree. So what I would do is I would crop in more. I would get,
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, try to understand what part of this image is the most impactful, crop in, and then now crop from the sides too. Just get rid of the bright areas.
All right. Well,
Oh,
I wanted it to still look like a tree.
Yeah, so that, I get the idea here, and that's fine. The processing looks a little crunchy to me.
Very
Yeah,
crunchy.
very crunchy,
and
very
then
crunchy.
very,
I'm trying to
like-
be delicate.
like, you know,
I said
don't-
little crunchy.
It's crunchy. It is like cooked.
It's baked.
pretty
And
baked.
this one.
All right, so I don't really know what to say here, other than,
I'll get the button.
do not touch the button. We're not going to
I'm not-
button
no,
anybody.
no, we're not
It's
buttoning
just
anybody.
I don't know what you're trying to express here. It's looking away from us. We can't really see the eye. It's decapitated, a bright sky.
And then
I'm
you
trying
get
to
this,
find
one
something
thing
positive.
over on the side of the frame.
Yeah,
that's
what's
like,
that thing on the side? Oh, this looks like it was at a
It's
zoo,
zoo.
right?
It's probably at a zoo.
Yeah,
But
that's-
like it definitely like just distracting.
I'm not
Like,
going to
what
say
is it?
anything bad, but I'm not going to say anything. It's just nothing good about it. There's just really nothing good about this image. I'm sorry.
Well, that's pretty bad.
all right. So
But I mean, that's the thing. It's like what you would do different is probably wait until the animal is doing something more towards you, gesturing towards you.
maybe even see more of the
Maybe
animal.
see more of the
Yeah.
animal. Not like
Yeah.
you'd have to do other things. It's not working.
All right, here's the next image, and you're just seeing a little of the animal, but it's I like this.
This one works. This one works a lot. First of all, everything's in focus. The eye's in focus. I love the colors in the water that are reflecting off the water. You know, there's nothing wrong. It's a great image. I don't know about the processing. Looks like it's over sharpened maybe, but it's a portrait of it's like a beaver maybe.
Oh yeah. You know
And
what?
it's head out of the water?
That screen that you're looking at, the big screen, is kind of funky. Take a look here.
Oh, that's much better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, we got to just definitely colors over here.
Yeah, so the color reflections in the water is what really draws
I
me to this
love
one a
that.
lot.
Yeah, that's a nice shot. How about the bird?
I like this bird. I actually like the framing that they chose here with that diagonal stick and looks like a little bit of moss or something hanging there.
Yeah.
Kind of creates a counterbalance to the bird. It would have been very easy just to kind of zoom in on the bird alone, but they introduce a little bit of compositional complexity here. So I don't really have a problem with that. It would work zoomed in as well. The upper left side, that little stick that's out of focus, I
Yeah.
would get rid of that. But the color looks great. Even though it's shaded, I think I see a catchlight in the eye of the bird,
Yep,
which is
a
good.
little bit.
Looks like maybe a blue jay. I'm not really sure. What do you think? What's your opinion?
I think
Non-photographer?
it looks white balance wise. It looks, because I'm looking at the branch looks blue,
Blue, yeah.
and so that's why we think
Blue-green.
it's a blue jay, but maybe it's not. I don't know because I don't know birds. But I do know white balance. I think that the white balance here is not great, but that's okay.
I'm kind of also like
Yeah, that
this.
stick on the right
yeah.
could
This is
go.
not helping me.
Yeah.
Good point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And here's the last one. And look on this screen for the.
Yeah.
It's not as blown out.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of these type images, but in this case, I really do like this. It's very soft. The composition is good with the flower. Looks like some of the white parts of the flower might be overexposed, and then in the background, you've got some highlights that are pretty bright and pretty distracting.
So what if we could do this? What if we went and selected the background and then pull back the highlights on the background?
I think they may be gone.
Maybe something more like that.
Yeah,
Maybe if you shot raw, you'd have the data to do that.
yeah.
So that just
That improves a little bit.
Yeah.
But you can see how those really bright areas
Yeah,
in the
they draw
background
your
just
eye.
Yeah, they
kind
draw
of
you back
pull-
there.
So you just remember that the brightest part of the image is what's going to pull your attention first.
But anyway, not bad.
Not
Really
bad at all.
really good here.
Yep.
Not bad. And then not bad. All
Good
right,
job.
Not
All right.
bad.
Good job.
Oh, pretty good stuff.
No
All
name,
right.
whoever that is.
Let's take a look. Yeah, whoever you are, no name. All right, looks like a little landscapey stuff.
Okay. Yeah, it's good. That's nice. They're all nice.
Yeah, I like the post on these.
Okay. So let's start with this one. So we have a wide angle landscape, the sun coming up or setting, one or two, and you use these flowers in the foreground to create this perspective progression to kind of lead your eye from the bottom up toward the sun. Not a lot happening in the sky, but you've got, I think, just enough sky. Wouldn't add any more or take any away any less. Overall, I think it's a great landscape image.
Yeah.
This I like a lot.
This, I think, is in Oregon, right?
I'm not sure where this is.
I think it's on the Oregon coast, but I'm not 100%.
I like the placement of the lighthouse. The clouds, it looks like this is a long exposure. Is that
Yeah.
some stars in the sky?
Oh,
Upper
yeah,
right?
over on the right side. So they did that day to night thing.
Is this lit by the moon, maybe?
Could be, but the stars would not be sharp like that, and the clouds would be blurry like that. the stars would be trailing at a certain point if it was really a long exposure.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they blended to exposure.
Looks like it's the stars.
Like it could be like the day side and the night side.
Yeah, that's
like people
what I'm
are doing
thinking.
that
That's
now.
a thing, right?
That could be, yeah.
Yeah,
But
'cause
as far as the composition, very balanced.
Yeah.
Everything works really well with this, but it does have a feel like it could be night. Just the
It does, and it could be moonlight, like you said. I mean,
Moonlight.
that is possible. The only thing is the stars would trail with that long of an exposure, because the clouds are moving pretty
good.
fierce on the left side.
Yeah. Yeah, they're not really on the, like in the distance,
think it's
right?
two exposures.
I think
Looks
it's
like
two
one
exposures,
okay.
yeah. Oh, I'm sorry.
no. I was going to say one of the stars looks like it's coming through the cloud.
Yes.
Well,
there's
that's-
a couple of them, yeah, right
That's
there.
hard for it to
right
get
there.
in front of a cloud.
Yeah. So I don't quite know what's going on. So I'm not a huge fan of these kind of images of the. There's not really a subject other than the fence. The fence is pulling it's a strong diagonal, so the fence is pulling me away from the bottom right into the upper left, but it's not pulling me to anything in particular. So it's just kind of a fence. But the image does have a lot of like the funky mood to it, like a moist green, foresty, mossy kind of feel. But just compositionally and subject-wise, it's not really doing much for me.
Gotcha. All right, we are going to take a short one. When we come back, we're going to look at more images, and Richard's our special guest here in the studio. And there's our studio audience. Lost a lot of their enthusiasm. Yeah.
We're gonna up our game a little bit. we stand.
I'm Richard Bernabe, and I spent the last 20 years chasing light and life across the wildest corners of the planet. And what I've learned is this: wildlife photography isn't about gear. It's not even about the animals. It's about connection. It's about presence. It's about telling a story that goes beyond the frame. In my new Kelby 1 class, I'll show you how to approach wildlife in the field, from anticipating behavior to creating powerful compositions that include the environment, not just the subject. We'll talk gear, light, ethics, and most of all, how to make images that matter. So if you've ever wanted to make wildlife images that feel alive, not just seen, but felt, then this class is for you. Exclusively on kelby1.com.
Look, if you ever wanted to get into lighting and you're like, I don't know, it seems complicated, it seems hard, have I got a course for you? It's on continuous lighting. And continuous lighting today is phenomenal. The technology has changed, everything's been updated, and continuous lights are so bright, you can do so much with them, and it takes all the fear and all the doubt away. I want to take you through the whole thing from beginning to end. You're going to see every single step, and when I'm done with this class, there is no way you will not be able to make beautiful portraits using continuous light, on location, anywhere you want. We're using a battery-powered system. It's going to be awesome. You're going to do great with it, and it's exclusively here at Kelby 1.
Hello, my name is John Dukes, and I want to invite you to watch my Kelby 1 class, Blue Hour Mastery, how to create dynamic cityscape photography. You're going to create photos that are going to impress everyone you show. People are going to get that wow effect. We're going to learn how to scout the location, what Blue Hour is, all the different levels of twilight that you could shoot your photo in, camera settings. We're going to talk about gear. We're going to talk about how to take that photo from being a snapshot to a gorgeous cityscape image that you're going to want to hang up on your wall. So come join me at kelby1.com. We're going to have a lot of fun.
know, Christina had to have a talk with them. She had to like rally them. She had to like, you know, come on guys, you know. All right. We got 3 more images. Richard, here we go. Let's take a look at the
All right.
3 real quick. Here's number 1 and number 2 and number 3.
Okay.
All right, let's start here.
Well, first off, this is a beautiful scene. You got great complementary colors, the warm colors and the cool colors. Great reflection. It's a fine scene. Nothing that kind of bowls me over, but it's a beautiful autumn scene on the river or lake. This one, I think I know what they're trying to do here. I think they're trying to include the grasses in the bottom for some depth, but I think what they're trying to do is get some reflections of maybe some aspen trees that are just out of the frame with the colors. I think it would work better if you didn't all that junk on the water. You know, it looks like some water scum or grasses or something that's, it might work better that way, but I can see the intention. I don't know if you've quite pulled it off, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I'm not a tree photographer, but I would say that those are sequoias. So.
Bald eagles and sequoias. This I like. This I like a lot.
Flamingos, right?
Flamingos. One's a flamingo, one's a bald eagle. What makes this is the edge of the ice and then those patterns in the ice in the foreground.
Yeah, that's really cool.
And then kind of anchoring the top of the image, the two. I'm not going to say bald eagle. I'm going to say swan, maybe.
Sure,
They're swans.
could be swans.
Could
I
be
think
swans.
so.
Beavers.
And I like the positioning of them. They're not overlapping. There's space between them. They're looking in opposite directions, so your eye can go in any one of those 2 ways diagonally. Line of sight goes diagonally in both cases. Enough space at the sides and the top. I love that photo.
That's pretty good shot.
That's your definitely the best photo.
Yeah,
out of the
very
3.
nice. Very nice. All right, let's roll on. Good. That was all good.
Moody.
Yeah.
And there's number 2. And number 3. All right.
Yeah. So this is Devil's Tower in Wyoming. It looks like it's just after sunset. Maybe it's not quite astronomical twilight yet, right? Is it just yet?
No.
Got a little ways to go.
Yeah.
But you've got some really nice streaky clouds and some color on it.
It's nice.
And then, of course, the Devil's Tower itself kind of is like an anchor, a visual anchor for this image. If anything, I might take some space off at the bottom. I don't think you need that much of that foreground. We can just kind of pull that up a bit.
Hold on a second. There's a bug in camera wrong. I'm surprised they didn't fix it. When you go to grab the left corner, it pulls up the film strip. How's something like that? Is that
Yeah.
more like it?
So it's just enough of the dark area to kind of anchor the bottom, but not too much so it overpowers it.
Yeah.
All right, there.
Agreed.
Yeah, I think that's a good improvement.
All right.
That's a nice image.
I like that.
This one, I'm going to look at your screen.
Yeah, it looks a
because
little blown out over there.
blown out
Yeah.
over here.
It still is a little blown
Yeah, I
out,
think it's still-
especially on the bottom
I think it's still
there.
low.
I think you've got some overexposure issues.
Yeah, I think the whole thing's a little overexposed.
But honestly, I like the idea. What I'm seeing, or what I'm trying to get in their head, is what their intentions are. It's almost like a pattern type image, and you're filling the frame with the patterns of all the trees, and then you have that one anchor to kind of hold it all together, and that's that building or structure, I guess.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm interpreting this to be. But it does feel overexposed, and particularly that bright white area in front of the building.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely compared to the last image, which felt really nice on the tone and exposure.
Yeah.
I'm going to let Erik get in on this one. This is more your alley.
What's plaguing me with it, the moon looks way too big for this. Also, the direction of the moonlight that's coming into the rock, like it wouldn't be. It would
where's that light coming from?
It would be backlighting it, right?
Yeah, where'd that light come from?
Well, at night, moon is going to be the light,
Yeah.
unless it's a city, which I would imagine. So that's immediately kind of like disconnecting me. I'm like, the lighting's off. When you've got a full moon backlit subject and then a right lit, almost looking like a moon, and then that could also be daylight. That could be, you could have combined these images, but it's throwing me off. I also, though, think if you're like, what's all the headroom for? I pull that in. Like, if we really want to make this image about this, if we drop my mind was already fighting with the lighting. Yeah, bring it down there.
Maybe up a little here.
Yeah,
too.
bring it up. Yeah, it feels a little bit more balanced now. It doesn't have that like headroom problem.
Yep.
But immediately I'm just fighting it because my mind's like, I don't get how the moon would be. And two, that's the thing, is the moon's way too big, and right away where you can see it, you're at 78 millimeters. That moon would be 1/10 that size.
I was going to say maybe they shot it with an 800 millimeter lens, but you've got the metadata there.
Well, that's what I was thinking at first. It was like, could you have shot it?
No.
But then it also, the compression with the clouds behind it, like it really wouldn't have worked.
Yeah.
So you do have to watch that. And then there's like that, like the glow that you're seeing around the thing. So there's something going on with this image that immediately starts disconnecting me because it's, I don't know. It's just.
And you know what? And not know that, but does the moon look like the pattern? The man on the moon is like it's upside down or sideways. Oh no, that's right. That's right. It's okay.
No, I mean they did a fine job, like blending it in. I mean, you even gave that glow around it, which you would see.
Right. Yeah. So someone who was not a nighttime photographer would accept this.
Might.
Right. But I don't think your average person is going to go, wait a minute.
But there's stuff off about it. It's just it's not your best. So that first one is really good. And that's what's throwing me off.
So 2 out of 3 ain't bad. A nice comment from Janie here.
Yeah.
Hey, Janie.
Good day from Venice. I kind of remember talking to Richard on a photo trick in Katmai, Yellowstone in January 2022. Hi again.
Hi, Janie.
Janie says hi. Let's take a look at these images. Here we go.
That's nice.
Ooh.
That's nice, right?
So there's a bit of a disconnect here too.
Yes, there is.
Right? Shutter speed?
Yeah.
So how do we get that long exposure in part of the water and then the sharp droplets in the other?
This is a technique nowadays, kind of we saw before, where people are blending two exposures vertically or horizontally. Like that last one we saw with like the stars over here, but the long exposure. There is this technique. So I think that's what they're applying here, is a long exposure on the right, frozen exposure on the left, and they're blending those two exposures.
Yeah. Aside from that, as far as just compositionally, it looks great, but you lose me right away when there's a disconnect of reality where you just don't expect to see water and those two conditions in the same image.
There's a tension. Now, to Scott's point, people love it.
Yeah, no one else is
Photographers, we
go,
immediately go, I don't get it. You know?
But I think photography is tethered to reality.
Yes.
And once it goes into the realm of fantasy when you have something like this, because instinctively we know that is just not possible in a single image.
Yeah.
That's all.
But there also is a big glow around this rock.
Yes.
So there's a big white glow. Do you guys see that?
Yes.
All
yes.
right. I just make it. Now this is interesting. Look, you have those long exposure here.
That's what I'm saying.
And
it's a blend.
This is like 2,000.
Not to mention the big body of water. It looks like it's like a minute exposure or 30-second exposure.
And look at the difference of the water here, and on the other side of the rock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, this gets into like digital art or something like that, where it's not really I like it.
I kind of like it.
Okay, so I like this. What I would do is, first of all, lose the water at the bottom. That's a bit of a distraction. I don't know what that big white pole is. That's kind of a distraction too, but it just might be there. Definitely lose the water at the bottom. And let's zoom in on what's important. There you go.
Yeah, I like that.
And that looks real too. That looks real.
That looks real, yeah.
Yeah.
And it probably is real. Look at the metadata.
800 millimeter.
That's where that last one, that's the size of the moon in the last one.
That was shot with a 70.
Yeah.
And here's the last picture.
I love the soft pastels. I like the layers. The only thing that I might do is move the tree off center a little bit. Either commit to the left side or the right side. I probably would move it and cut some off. I like the kind of layers in the trees on the right. So just go off center a bit. It's right bullseye, right in the middle of the image. That's more like it. Yep. Gives a little more balance.
You know what? If it were me, I would get rid of these tracks.
Yeah.
Those tracks are really distracting from a beautiful image. Like, look how...
Especially the foreground one.
Yeah, those
the one
two,
in the foreground.
I don't like
definitely.
any of them.
I don't like any of them
I
either.
would let them all go, and these two.
Yeah.
You could
Because
maybe,
it's-
if you wanted to leave one to be natural, I'd leave the one on the left. But
It
then
just
take
depends
the-
where
yeah.
their ethical threshold is.
Exactly.
Whether they think
Yeah.
it's
I wouldn't have a problem with the ones on the left.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
the one on the right that's like right in your face.
All right. Well, there you go. Not
it's
bad.
actually 3 nice images.
Yeah, they really are.
They are nice images, yeah.
All right, let's see what we got here. Uh-oh.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Richard?
Yeah. So, just looking at compositionally, I like it. I like how the trees kind of almost creating like an arch above the scene, and then the stream coming down through the middle of the frame, kind of off center, and then back toward the bottom again. Does it look overexposed on your any overexposed areas?
Yeah, it looks a little maybe bright. Yeah, I think you could just pull
So-
the highlights back and probably.
Just
rescue
based
a lot
on
of
the
that.
composition, the way the person saw the scene, I think this person knows something about composition, because that stream is your line. That is kind of the subject, but
Yeah.
the top, I like how those trees almost kind of create this arching effect, and then the bright area there where your eye can kind of finish up.
Compositionally, I'm okay with it, but it looks like a messy scene to me. Also, I would go longer on the water. The exposure, it's kind of frozen water.
Yeah.
It's like maybe like like a F16 or something, F22, where you needed an ND filter to get the nice silky water, and you got that thing in between.
But it is nice, like how the water starts on the bottom, kind of snakes up, and then does meet on that top
Yeah.
to the 1/3 of the image, and then the canopy, how it's kind of bent over.
This is another one where I don't think the exposure is long enough.
It's kind of in no man's land.
Yep.
If you go
Yeah.
faster, you can get the water breaking on the rocks, which is very dynamic and a lot of energy there. Or go longer and just kind of smooth out the water so you don't have all those undulations on the surface, which are kind of distracting. But again, compositionally, you've got a nice foreground. That light on the rocks are really nice, and then the sun coming through those clouds. But I agree I think you're right in the middle of either
Yeah,
commit
it's
to
that no
faster,
man's
commit
land.
to
That
slower.
was the best
Yeah,
no man's
and
land.
I think that is, I don't have an ND filter, so I just tried to do like, F22 or something. And here's the third one.
This looks like it might be Yosemite.
Yosemite
maybe?
Falls, yeah.
Could be one of those falls. And I like how they use the trees to kind of frame the water as it's coming down. Probably not the best light. It looks like it may be bright sunlight, maybe the best light to take this shot. If they waited till the sun went down, or maybe waited till the cloud came by, just kind of, but because there's a lot of like strong, or maybe a polarizer at the bottom. There's like a lot of bright reflections down where the water's kind of coming out of the frame at the bottom. But otherwise, I like the idea. I like the framing of the falls with the trees. But it could be just bad light is why we're getting all those specular highlights in the bottom, or maybe a polarizing filter to kind of reduce some of that shine on the rocks.
All right, very good. I think that's all three. All righty, not bad. Dave has got a comment here.
Dave's saying, from Montana, saying, I live a few miles from Yellowstone National Park, looking so forward to Richard's class. So
All
there
right,
you
we'll
go.
look at one more and then we'll take a short one. Here we go.
Here we go.
And
This is our
that.
friend the badger.
Yeah, didn't want to badger you.
The badger. So just my
Badger in broad
my
daylight.
first look is that the light is a bit harsh. You do have light on that dominant eye and a catch light, which is good. You've used the I guess it looks like a hole coming through an old tree trunk as a frame. But the light looks a little harsh to me. That would be my only thing. And then you've got some blades of grass near the bottom that I would use a remove tool to take that out.
Just what you did right there. Just taking the quarter stop out and reducing the highlights.
Improved
Definitely
it.
helps a lot.
Improved it. Yeah.
Yep, just a little bit of a, like he said, overexposed a little bit.
But you know what? He doesn't have a lot of control of when the badger comes out.
Correct.
Badger's going to come out when the badger wants to come out.
That's wildlife photography, right?
This is just, as far as that intensity, this predator looking down the camera, the eyes. It looks like it was shot in open shade, which means your white balance is probably going to render your wolf, I'm assuming, as to be a blue color. So you can warm that up to make it more natural looking.
Yeah,
How blue was that wolf? That blue.
that blue.
That's a big improvement.
That's blue wolf.
Yeah, the
And,
whole scene looks better now.
And the background is a bit bright too. You could go in and just pull back the highlights, hit background, and then pull back the highlights a bit. I think might help a little bit back there as well.
Yeah. But yeah,
Man, that
I don't know if
color
that was a wild wolf or a captive wolf. Either way, it's what an experience to be eye to eye with that predator like that.
Yeah, it was
Amazing.
Let's hope he was far away. He was 200 millimeter. That's not
That's
far
not too
away
far.
enough.
It may
That's
be,
not too far.
It's probably a captive wolf
Oh, it also could be cropped.
or cropped.
This is a wild boar.
Bald eagle. So I'm not even sure what that is.
I thought that was a fish.
It could be a baboon.
I think it's a baboon.
I think it's a baboon. Not the best lighting. I think you've got some gesture here. I'm not crazy about where the position of the eyes are, because the eyes are actually looking out of the frame. So what happens is your eye goes to the two eyes of the baboon, and then they lead you right out of the frame, and basically then that whole right side is unused as far as like the energy and the flow of the image. So it would have been nicer if that were positioned more on the right side, so you had space for that energy to move into.
Yeah.
And then you've got that really bright highlight on the fur, which is kind of distracting.
So I got a question for you, Richard.
Yes.
Right. Because you brought it up a few times, and I feel like this is something that I struggle with when I see other people's wildlife photography photos too, is the lack of focus on lighting. So how do you deal with, like you said before, badger comes out when the badger's going to come out. What do you do to put yourself in situations where you kind of hedge your bets to where you have better lighting, or what do you do?
There's not, you're a captive to the behavior of the animals.
Correct, yeah.
Right? So, you know, if you know in advance that you're going to have bad lighting, maybe just wait to go out during good lighting so you don't have to make those kind of decisions. But you
Is that what you do, or do you just go out all the time?
Yeah. If it's a unique animal, unique experience, then you're not going to care about the light as much.
Right.
You know, it's like a rare sighting, like a Bigfoot. You're going to photograph Bigfoot, you don't care what kind of
Whatever
light you
lighting,
have, right?
yeah.
You'll take any kind of light.
All the time.
He's photographed.
All the time.
He has the one crystal clear picture of Bigfoot, and he won't show it.
won't release it.
He showed it to me, but he will not release it to the public.
So in that case, then you don't really care about the light. But if it's an animal that you could see every day, if you go to Africa as a baboon, it's a very common animal, then you can wait to only go out during the best times of day to shoot. So, but you can't put up a big diffuser.
Correct, yeah.
You can't do it.
Yeah.
You're captive to the situation.
Well,
so.
and I find that when I watch other people photograph too, the other thing that I sometimes think they struggle with is patience.
Yeah.
That they don't have the patience to go, I need to wait for the good light, for the animal to come into the good light.
And it's not that much different than if you're doing a landscape. You have to be patient
Yeah,
with the right
yeah,
light.
exactly.
You can't predict when the good clouds are going to be there. The good cloud's going to be in the middle of the day. The good cloud's going to be towards sunset.
Doctors have lots of patience.
They do. That's a good one.
Yes.
All
That's
right.
a funny one.
Hey, look at Rick
Rick
Salmon.
Salmon.
Says,
Rick,
"Love Richard."
hey man,
Yeah.
thanks.
He says, "Love Richard."
Yeah,
Love you too, Rick.
Well, we love Rick.
yeah.
All righty. Let us. Here, we're going to take
And
one more break.
it says we need a break.
Yep, now we're getting GIFs that say we need
Yes.
a break. We're going to take a short pause. There's the Dobson. Uh-oh, Dobson on the hills. All right, we're over. Oh, look at this sweeping shot of the audience.
Sweeping.
We'll be right back.
I'm Richard Bernabe, wildlife and travel photographer, and I am so excited to be here in the world's first national park and the crown jewel of the American National Park System, Yellowstone. I am literally standing in the caldera of a supervolcano with geothermal features found nowhere else on Earth, broad valleys teeming with wildlife, and jaw-dropping landscapes. I'm going to guide you through the park and show you how to approach and photograph landmarks so you can capture memories of a lifetime. I'm going to talk about gear, composition, camera settings, the best times of day to go to each location. We will head out to the major landmarks such as Yellowstone Falls, Mammoth Hot Springs, Old Faithful, and the sprawling valleys teeming with wildlife, inspiring you to want to come visit this magical place yourself. Come check out my latest class here at Yellowstone, exclusively on kelby1.com.
Hello everybody, this is Nikon Ambassador Hilmar Smith, and I'm here at Kelby 1, and I just finished recording my latest class on how to run a professional portrait shoot without a big crew. I'm going to be talking about all the things that you need to know. So it's preparation, it's gear choices, it's client direction, it's production flow, it's troubleshooting, how to manage absolutely everything and everything that you need to know to get your photography career going without the need of having many people join you. You can do all of this by yourself. Just follow me and check out my new class at Kelby 1.
My name is Sapna Reddy. I'm a nature and landscape photographer, and I'm very excited to share my very first Kelby class with you. This class is focused on shooting waterfalls. We will be covering the gear that we need to use, including different kinds of filters, shooting conditions that are ideal for waterfall photography, exposure bracketing, focus bracketing, as well as achieving the correct shutter speed for modulating the texture of the waterfall, which will make it a truly compelling image. This is a comprehensive class which will cover every step of shooting waterfalls, and at the end of it, you will be an expert. So come join me on my latest class at kelby1.com.
I feel like just performative.
I have to applaud you guys. They're very good.
I know that was kind of performative there.
That
I don't
was-
know if I'm convinced that was real
Yeah.
enthusiasm.
No, that was real unbridled enthusiasm.
All right.
All right, let's take a look at another one. We got 3 images here. Let's take a look.
Mm.
I don't know. What do you think, Richard?
I think we can grab the button.
You're getting the button?
I think
All
we're
right.
getting the button out.
All right,
All right,
pop
is
it up.
it
We all
time?
have to
Is it
agree.
time?
We all have
We just put it right here, just in
all right,
case.
We all have to agree, though. No, we're not. These are all very
These
good.
look very good, yeah.
These are very nice.
All
So let's
right.
take a look at the first one.
So this looks like the Grand Canyon of the Yellowstone River. Except you got some snow, a little dusting of snow, like a little sugar, frosted sugar on top. I'm just wondering where the falls are. I guess this is downstream of the falls. Anyway, a lot of strong diagonals, kind of pulling your eye down toward the river.
Yep.
Got a nice moody sky. It's well balanced. Good light.
Yeah.
I have no qualms with this. This is a nice image.
Yes, it is. And ooh, I love this one.
Yeah.
So this is a very famous, iconic spot in New Zealand, and I cannot think of the name of it at the moment.
That's Lake Minnetonka.
Minnetonka, and love the reflection. There's a lot of open space on the bottom left that kind of I wish we could fill with some kind of visual elements in there or something. Overall, it might be a little bit bright,
Yeah, I think it is a little. Let me pull it back here a little.
but the complementary colors, the blues and the golds, work really well together.
maybe right there. Look at.
Much better.
That's actually what I think I love about it is that there's only a couple prominent colors in it. I love landscapes.
You know what you
like
could
that.
do? What if you went to the color mixer, and you grab this little tool here and it hit the yellows right there, just kind of brought them, make them a little more yellow.
Yeah.
Not bad. All right.
Nice photo.
So
love
you've been
that.
there? You've been to this?
I've not
spot?
been to this, but I've seen enough images of it. Most of the time, I'm not disparaging this photo at all, but you see how the tree has got some energy that kind of moves to the right?
Yeah.
So most of the compositions I've seen of this place have the tree to the left side, so that everything's moving into the image to the right.
Right, because it's aiming kind of that way.
You can see the energy of the tree moving that way. I still think this works, but it's a little more unconventional than many of the others I've seen from this location.
Gotcha.
Right.
So if you do get to go there one day, and I'm sure you will because you travel the world all the time, is make sure you purify yourself in the waters of Lake Minnetonka.
Okay,
right.
thanks for the tip.
Sure, you bet. All right, and by the way, if anybody got that reference from Purple Rain, the movie Purple Rain, high five. Okay, Scotland.
Yeah.
Looks like Scotland.
Yeah.
Feels
Going
like the
under
Isle of
Isle
Skye.
It's actually
Yeah.
right going on it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I like the composition here. I love, normally I would say there's a lot of sky there, but you know, those clouds just really hold that space together. It's a good counterbalance to the castle and the reflection, and then those, the ridges on the left and the reflections.
And this is another one where it's a non-traditional, because usually people are shooting to the right.
Yep, because there's a bridge over there and all
There's
this
a bridge over
stuff.
there, and like putting that as the anchor.
All right. I'm going to make a suggestion here. If this were my image, I can tell you what I would do, and it would take you about 10 minutes.
Clean up all that crap.
I would clean up all that crap. I would get rid of every piece of floating junk in there to where it's nice and clean and pristine. It would change this image in a big way.
Yeah.
Because there's a bunch of floating garbage in the front, and you can get out of there. Let's see.
That's what.
Oh, so Jamie
Wanaka
knows
tree.
that. The
Yeah.
Wanaka tree is a famous lone crack willow growing just off of the southern shore of Lake Wanaka in the Otago region of New Zealand's South Island. Thank you, ChatGPT.
And I think
Thank
it's
you,
been
Jamie.
vandalized in recent years.
Isn't that terrible?
Yeah, I think somebody cut a branch off or something. Anyway, back to this image here. This is purely a subjective observation, but to me it feels like the mood, it would fit the mood better to be darker, just kind of gloomier,
We'll do that next.
just for the sake of like creating emotion in the image.
All right, so I would get the spot healing brush, make the brush a little bigger than the junk you want to get rid of, and just get rid of every piece of this junk. And your image is gonna look so much cleaner and more interesting and pristine, and all this stuff is not helping your image. You know, Henry Matisse had a great quote, and it's like, if something in your image isn't helping, it's hurting.
Yep.
And I would not think that you would even say, oh no, these are great. These are making it awesome. So I would get rid of every one of these and do a better job. I'm doing it very quickly, but I'm just gonna show you a real quick, we're just gonna do about a minute of this, right? But I wanna show you the difference it makes. Because once you see it, you're like, oh yeah, you can't unsee it. Let me just get rid of this junk.
It's going to require an investment of time.
Yeah, you got a good 15 minutes to do it right.
But if it's a
'cause
good
I'm
image, it's
going
worth it.
quick.
Yeah,
Yeah,
'cause you're just
and it is
going-
a
you're
nice
buzzing.
image. Yeah, I'm buzzing through this, and I'm not switching tools to anything else that might do a better job or anything. I'm just kind of going. All right, but let me just show you. Let me back off and just show you just what clearing that area did. So for where we were, here's where we were. See all that junk? And we just got a bit of just a little of it, but it's much cleaner. It's just anyway.
Yeah.
But now also Richard mentioned darkening the image
I
and making
think it would
more
give it
dramatic.
a bit a more dramatic mood, just
let's
based on
go
the subject and the location. You think of darker, moody
Let's
scene.
drop the highlights and maybe make it more moody.
Without,
Now, what you might do is go select the castle
and leave that bright.
Yeah,
Yeah,
leave
leave it a
that
little
bright. So
brighter.
we would go select subject, and then maybe just open up the shadows on it a little bit.
Yeah. So that fits the mood of the place and the scene better than that bright.
Yeah.
Even
I
though it's not
agree.
overexposed, I don't think it's overexposed.
Right, you're
but
doing
it just
the
doesn't
darkening
match
for drama.
for drama.
All right, let's do one more because we're already 8 minutes over. But let's do another one. What do you say? Let's do one more, and then we'll.
Because sometimes properly
wrap it up.
exposed is boring.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is for certain. All right, let's take a look at our three images. Here's the first one, the second one, and the third one. All right, we'll start here.
Okay, I'm not quite sure what that is in the foreground. Is that just
Alien
flare?
orb.
It's an orb.
I think they're going for that being a flare. Or
Yeah,
and
like
it
a-
could have been a flare.
Like a lens flare.
Yeah, the lens flare.
But is what they're called orbs? Those
Yeah.
glass balls that they use to like.
yeah, but you're
Is it-
seeing through it. If it was an orb, it would be flipped upside down. So
Okay.
It would be shooting through like crystal.
Okay.
And then it would flip the image.
So I'll just say what I like about this is the area where the trees and there's some fog and the fog is catching the light and that's always beautiful. You can see a little bit of like some beams coming through, but that thing in the foreground, it just dominates the scene.
Yeah.
Not to mention all the area on the right side that is just unusable. It's just empty.
Yeah.
That orb or flare or whatever is just too much.
Way too
Yeah.
much.
Becomes distracting.
Hey, there's a comment here from Jay Dahl.
J-Doll, if you remove the distractions, can you still enter photo contests?
Absolutely. Every once in a while, you'll have a contest that says if you use generative AI to remove stuff, you have to disclaim it. You can still enter the image. You just have to say, there was a beer can in the bottom right corner and I removed it using, Now, sometimes they'll ask you to say what you did. Most times they will not, and feel free to make regular, what would be called standard edits. But if you go and you add a flock of birds that weren't there, things like that, you'll have to probably disclaim it. I say probably, they don't always require you to disclaim it, but in most cases, everyone's now entering a generative AI, not removing stuff with the clone stamp or any of that stuff, but just
Every contest has different rules.
they have different rules.
Different-
Absolutely.
That's all.
And now, Richard pointed out something earlier, like dropped a word earlier that we were talking about is, I think it's more they have to decide their ethical boundary,
Yeah.
right? So if you feel like you can't remove it, then you can't remove it. If you feel like you can, you can.
It's a personal
And then you have to
decision.
decide at that point,
Yeah.
do I want to enter it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a comment here. Is it
Yeah.
from Gene? Or
Gene,
is it Gene?
yeah, is saying this is addictive. We'll never see photographs the same. Totally enjoyable.
Wow.
This
There
is
you go.
Richard, right here.
It's these guys.
It's not us. We're not doing anything.
right.
I do run the pictures though.
Yes,
I run.
yes.
I
That's an important part
I
of the
advance
job.
the images. All right. What about this one?
I like the low angle. I like how we're basically like almost eye to eye with this guy, and we're not like shooting down or shooting up. As far as the positioning of the bird, so it's flying out of the picture. It's usually not. You usually want some energy. It's moving to the right, so you want space to the right. But it looks like there's some like debris behind it that may be intentionally frame. That's what I would still crop it, waving from the left. You got some out of focus branches that
Yeah,
are
I see what
distracting.
you're saying, though. I think they wanted to keep in that.
Almost
that
like when you
branch,
see a bird taking off and have a trail of
Yeah.
water thing. They want to leave that in so it feels like it's out of balance. But those out of focus branches, they're hard to remove when they're out of focus like that.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't want to really put them right in the middle, but
Yeah. But yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad right there. But they got it sharp, and any kind of bird in flight is difficult to photograph. So kudos
Yeah.
to getting that the down wing position and the eye
agree.
focus. Beautiful. So I sometimes like obstructions, so that the most boring picture is just the owl sitting there in the open. There's no mystery. There's no compositional complexity. In this case, sometimes adding some obstructions in the foreground to create a pattern or to create some mystery. This is right on the edge of maybe too much or just enough. I would definitely get rid of that one branch that's coming in from the upper right and it's swinging down. It's going over its eye, using either generative AI or using the remove tool. But I kind of like the branches with the snow on it. The eyes are not obscured. I can see both eyes. You have eye contact. I might get rid of that one branch. But I think if it had any more branches, it would be too much. I think it's right on that edge of being acceptable.
ranchy.
Yeah.
Hey, Robert's got a question.
Robert's saying, so if we had images in the queue and they were not reviewed, no go?
Yeah. So unfortunately, we have so many images. We often have over 100 submissions. So we can all. I don't know how many we've done today. We usually get through about 15.
Yeah.
Something like that. Occasionally we'll get through 20. But it's not a reflection on your images. It's a reflection of we're already 13 minutes over.
We could do this all day.
Yeah, we could do this all
And
day.
that's what I was saying. Like,
So it's
we
not
would have
based
to go
on your images are good or bad.
4 or 5 hours. Yeah.
We just don't. There's just so many.
But thanks for
submissions.
sending them in anyway.
Yeah, we appreciate it. It takes guts to send them in,
It
right?
does. A lot of courage.
Yeah, especially as mean as Richard
Especially when
was.
we have his button right here
Yeah,
that
that
we can use
button.
any time.
Hey, you know what? Just for fun, can we see what the button does again? Let's just pretend.
This button right here?
Yeah, you hit
Okay.
it. It's like
You
an
ready?
honorary
Yep,
thing.
yep.
Yeah. Do it.
I've been wanting to do this for so long. That felt good.
I know. It feels good, doesn't it? Feels
And
good.
nobody got hurt.
Nobody got hurt. It
Their
was
feelings,
just a
feelings to get
test.
hurt
Just
physically
a
or
test.
otherwise. Everybody's good.
Just a test. All right, kids. we have more than run out of time. But Richard, thank you so much.
It's my pleasure. Thanks for inviting me.
Where can people go and follow you online? And you should absolutely follow him online.
Well, there's my Instagram page. That'd be a good place to start.
Right.
You can see my photos, and it's at Bernabe Photo. And from there,
He has almost 1 million followers on Twitter, which is crazy.
that is pretty crazy.
That's a lot. Look at all these shots. Dude, you get around. Hey, can you click on that? Go up one. Click on that Jaguar, is it?
Yeah, the Jaguar.
Right there. That's a great shot.
We talked about this yesterday
Yep.
during our class. What makes this a good photo? You'll have to see the class to find out why
There
this
you
is a
go.
good photo.
And you'll learn so much just from dissecting this one photo. Now, of course, he goes and shows more examples and stuff, but oh my gosh, there's so many amazing images. Look at that bear. You know, some of your elephant stuff is amazing. There's this. Oh, click on that elephant. Second row, second image.
Second row.
Second row.
Second row. There you
There
go.
you go.
Look at that. Look, you talk about light, and his eyes lit.
We talk about this image in the class as well.
I know. I love that.
Thank you.
You know what else too?
Exciting.
You have a very good sense of when an image should be black and white, and that's an art unto itself. Is knowing this image is a black and white or this image is a color. But anyway, I cannot wait for you guys to see Richard's class. It is going to be great. And oh, by the way, when his class does come out, you don't have to be a Kelby One member to watch it. You can buy the class, or you can buy the Kelby One membership and watch all the classes and Richard's other classes. He has multiple classes on Kelby One. So anyway, we'll take a look at that. We got some winners?
We do. The Platypod Gooseneck is going to Dennis Lee. And then the iPhone photography book is going to Marianne. Hey, Marianne. And Night Photography book is going to Lori. And then the landscape photography book is going to Mark. And then On One No Noise is going to Scott. We'll got your information. We'll send out your prizes.
There we go.
I like that suggestion.
Yeah, Susan Scharnberg.
I
Hi,
like this.
Susan.
I like
Love
this.
Susan.
Love y'all need a green button for especially us fans. I like that idea.
Yeah.
You know, they have green
We'll
buttons.
have to get
right?
on it. Yeah.
All right.
Jason, figure it out.
And it would be
Susan.
buy more gear, right?
Ooh,
Yeah.
buy more
There you
gear,
go.
buy accessories. I like it.
Yeah.
Anyway, so thank you guys. Thanks so much for all your comments.
And Deb
somebody
says-
said, thanks, Richard.
Yeah.
Love the Smoky Mountains course.
Hey,
Yeah, all
great,
right.
Deb.
There you go.
Okay, guys, thank you so much. Special thanks to our studio audience in here. Give yourselves a round. Come on.
Yeah, there they are.
And if you ever want to come and see the grid live yourself, just send a $100 check. No, just kidding. If you're in the Tampa Bay area, we'd always love to have you. Feel free to just let us know you want to come by, and we'll make sure we pull out a couple of chairs and maybe a biscuit, but probably not. Let's see what else. Thanks to our sponsors. Thanks to all of our crew here. And a very special thanks to Richard. Make sure you're following him online and make sure you watch his classes. It is he's a phenomenal photographer for wildlife and for landscape and stuff. But I'm telling you, when you see him mix his images with his education, it's incredible.
Thanks for the invite.
Yeah,
Thanks for the
absolutely.
invite, guys.
You
Yeah,
bet.
thanks.
Thanks, everybody. We'll see you guys next Thursday, 1 o'clock-ish on the East Coast.
Yeah.